Zach, I got to ask you about Daryl Morey.
Yeah.
And your thoughts on Daryl Morey. You've been around Howie Roseman, a lot of success. Do you see any what, if at all, similarities do you see in the two? How would you say you look from afar at what Daryl Morey does, and if he does a good job or not?
Yeah, well, I go back to Morey's Houston teams. I understand that the league's evolved since then, but I think overall Morey's done a really good job as a general manager in the league. I think he's made some moves in Philly that have left more to be desired. Right? He was dealt a great hand in having Embiid. He's dealt a tough hand in the Simmons situation. I don't know if he navigated that well enough. Right? And then now he was there to draft Maxey. And I think they've made a few moves on the margins that have been beneficial. But I think this offseason is going to be critical. And I obviously have opinions on what they should do this offseason. But to get back to the original thing is that I think Morey does a good job, whether you like it or not, at like a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. And the analogy that I use is that, and that's where he compares to Howie, is Howie's view is that the league is like a bell-shaped curve. And you just don't want to be in the middle of that curve, right? And so you need to be a little fearless sometimes, but also he doesn't go into something unprepared. So, for instance, when they missed out on Byron Jones, who they wanted to sign, and that didn't work out for them, they pivot, they sign Javon Hargrave, they trade for Darius Slay. And the alternative, you think, in 2015 when Howie wasn't in charge, when the Eagles' plan that offseason was to go after Byron Maxwell and Devon McCourty, and Frank Gore, and they traded McCoy, and then they wanted to re-sign Macklin. When those moves didn't work out, they were left with this money. They didn't know what to do. They signed DeMarco Murray, and they didn't properly vet that. So I think Morey does
Ryan
a good
Matthews
job.
was just enough.
Yeah. I think Morey does a good job of having a plan A, plan B, plan C.
We all silly like the mayor.